I ran through that weather because I want to talk about the London Marathon. It sounds like a huge undertaking, doesn't it, running that marathon, particularly if you're in a costume. So what about running in a costume as a four-piece? Well, that is the task facing Alex, Jasper, Jim and Ben on Sunday when they attempt to beat the world record for fastest marathon in a four-person costume. The time to beat, 4 hours and 3 minutes, and they're all doing it in aid of Young Lives versus Cancer. And I'm pleased to say all four of them are with me. The mystery machine, so big we couldn't get it in our studio. And as you can see, our studio is quite big. Good evening to you all. First of all, I was looking through some archive footage earlier, and I think the first person in fancy dress was a waiter with a bottle of wine trying to get to the finish line. Costumes much more elaborate since then. Talk me through how this idea came about. I'll come to you first. Who should I come to, Daphne, Shaggy or Fred? I'll come to Alex. Who's Daphne?
Yeah, it's a good question. I've done a couple of marathons where I've raised money for the charity before, and it becomes increasingly hard to sometimes ask your friends to donate. So we kind of thought last year, what can we do this year that will be just utterly ridiculous, that will kind of get the crowds going, it'll be fun, it'll be iconic, and we just came to the decision that the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo kind of ticked all the boxes.
Yeah. So. And Alex, this is very personal for you, isn't it? Because you were a young person with cancer. Tell me a bit about what you went through to make this, you know, such a big deal for you on Sunday.
Yeah, so, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer when I was 20, and then it actually came back in my lung when I was 21. And throughout that time, it was Young Lives versus Cancer who kind of reached out to provide support. They're a fantastic charity. They have social workers who help young people who are kind of going through that difficult time, and then they also provide amazing financial support to people who are going through it. So I'm luckily now in the fortunate position where I can take on marathons kind of 10 years on. Yeah. So it's kind of a little bit of kind of giving back and raising awareness for the charity.
And being supported by your friends as well, the gang. I have to ask, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? There is no Scooby. Jasper, where's Scooby? Is he going to be at the finish line?
Hopefully, I think we're just trying to find him on the way around. That's sort of the aim.
Yeah, so if there is anyone out there who wants to dress as Scooby and run around with us,
run around alongside you. Jim, what are the rules for the fancy dress? Because to get this world record, you've got to adhere to some quite strict dimensions and rules, right?
There are. So as you can see, it goes from our shoulder to below our knees. So that's quite a strict rule. And it's also got to be a rigid costume as well. So we use the poles to help it be rigid and also use some Corex signs as well, which is really good for decorating our design on. So it worked well.
And Velma, otherwise known as Ben, how's training been going? Because you all live in South West London, so people must be used to seeing you going around Battersea Park a few times.
A few loops, us going around in circles a lot of the time, probably. It's been difficult. It's definitely, we've hit a few potholes on the way. We definitely haven't had any flat tyres yet, so that's good.
Was it the first time running today in costume, or have you been running in costume as well, aside from the mystery machine?
We've done a couple, mainly individual training, but we've certainly done a couple, and going around Battersea Park was nice, just because it was a good crowd.
It took a lot longer than we expected to build the costume.
Yeah.
None of us have a particularly good DIY kind of background, so we
spent a lot of trial and error over a couple of weeks.
Yeah, outfit falling apart, multiple trips to Wicks and Halfords. So, but I think we finally got something that might work, even if it does have... It's got about 150 pins stuck in it. So.
Yeah, oh gosh. OK, who's got the Just Donate link to hand to
if you Google Mystery Machine Just Giving, I think it's the only one that comes up.
OK, lovely. Right, look out for the mystery machine on Sunday. Don't worry, I put it on social media at Sky Sarah-Jane. You can find it on there. You know, I have to point out that you've got the same haircut as our political editor, Beth Rigby, who is also running the London Marathon on Sunday. Beth, good luck. Good luck to all runners. And maybe if you fancy swapping places with her, she could take over for a bit for you, so you can run slowly.
I need some help.
No one will know. No one will know. Good luck to all the runners on Sunday. We'll be back on Monday night. See you then. Good luck, boys.